Thank you for joining me today. My name is Rowan Prothero. I am the recreation specialist out here at Garey Park, and today I'm going to share with you some information about one of my favorite animals and mammals that we have out here at the park, and that is the coyote. Odds are you have probably seen a little small reddish tan canine running around your neighborhood or something like that before, and that would be your friendly neighborhood coyote. He is a native canine that we do have out here, and he's about the size of a small-ish German Shepherd. I have with me here today a photo of a coyote so you can see what they look like, a coyote skull replica, as well as a pelt or the skin from a coyote so you can see what their fur looks like up close and personal. So let's look at his skull first. So what can we tell by looking at the shape of this animal's skull and by looking at his teeth in particular? It's a pretty typical canine skull with an elongated snout. Odds are that if you have a pet dog that has a longer snouted face, his skull shape is going to look very similar to this. If we take it apart and we look a little bit more closely at the tooth structure here, we can see in the front of his mouth, he's got these really sharp canine teeth is what they're called. These are designed to grab hold of meat and pierce it so it can hold on to whatever its prey is and not let it run away. It has some other teeth here that are shorter but also sharp, and those are designed to help with tearing, so the ripping apart of meat. And then in the back here, its molars are a little bit more flat, which says that they're designed to crush or chew. So what we can learn from looking at all these teeth is that this coyote eats a wide variety of different things. So he is an omnivore. He loves to eat meat or small mammals, like little rodents, rabbits, squirrels, raccoons, things like that, smaller mammals. But coyotes are also known for kind of eating anything. They're scavengers, so they will also eat fruits, nuts, seeds, berries, anything like that that they can find in the wild. And they are also really attracted to things that humans leave behind, so human trash is really attractive to them, as well as pet food, which is why it's recommended that you don't feed your cats and dogs in the backyard, because odds are there will be some remnants of that food left behind, which is going to draw in animals, potentially coyotes. Historically, coyotes lived in really large family groups that we called packs. Due to habitat fragmentation and just overall development of city infrastructure throughout the United States, we don't see a whole lot of packs of coyotes anymore. Sometimes we do see small family groups that do still live together, but those will range in size from 3 to 6 maybe, and not generally get much larger than that. Most of the coyotes that we do encounter around here now are solitary, and we see them by themselves. Coyotes have a number of really interesting adaptations to help with their survivability. Historically, humans have tried really hard to hunt the coyotes to extinction, which is what we almost did with the American wolf. However, coyotes' population dynamics and adaptations and the way that they have evolved has outsmarted humans, and instead of getting rid of coyotes, we have helped them survive even more. So some of their unique adaptations are things like if a lot of coyotes are being hunted out or dying off in a specific area for some reason, a litter of coyote pups will actually have increased survival rates and an increase in size of the litter. So if a mom normally would have 7 to 8 pups, if a whole lot of coyotes in the area have died recently, she might have a litter of 12 to 15 pups, and most of them are going to survive, which is not always the case, which is really, really interesting and fascinating to me. Coyotes are also incredibly vocal, so I'm sure you've heard them vocalizing before and communicating with one another. And a way that they keep track of the population in the area is by basically checking in with their neighbors regularly. So oftentimes you'll hear one yowl or yip to get the attention of their neighbor, and they are looking for a response from the coyote that they know is normally their neighbor. If they don't get the response that they're looking for, then pretty quickly they will send another coyote in to take that one's place so that there are no gaps in their coverage of the area. Another vocal adaptation that they have is the ability to do what's called bow guesting. That is basically projecting their voice to either sound like it's in a different location than they are physically in, or projecting their voice to sound like it's more than one coyote when it's actually only one. So that is really helpful for them in scaring off or confusing predators that are coming after them, whether that be a human or a larger mammal who's trying to eat them, because it'll confuse the predator and make them think that the coyote's in a different location than they're actually in. The other way that confuses predators is it might make it sound like there are 15 coyotes all together in a big group, when in reality there might only be one or two. So I think that's a really fascinating adaptation that they have taken on, and a very unique thing to the coyote. Coyotes are not to be feared by humans. They are not interested in coming after humans if they are a healthy, normal coyote. The best thing to do if you see one running around is take a picture, wave at it, smile, say, "Hey, neighborhood coyote," and then turn and walk away. Coyotes are not known to be aggressive towards humans, so just leave them be, and they will most likely do the same for you. Thank you for watching this video about our coyotes with me today. I hope that you've learned something new about this really fascinating mammal that we have here, and hopefully have gained a greater understanding and appreciation for their amazing will to survive and the unique adaptations that these beautiful animals do have. Thank you. Have a good day.